Hello, you find me on the battlefield of Sherrifmuir, 1715. Don't know too much about this battle, one of the earlier Jacobite rebellion battlefields. This battlefield it's very difficult to really make out too much at all. There's been a large amount of I believe they call it deforestation on the actual moor. Otherwise, I mean, minus all the sort of signs and directions and markings for the different clans, it's very similar to Culloden in appearance, general appearance. Very boggy in places. Where the clans gathered at the gathering stone here. With the metal protection over it, the gating, and otherwise it's a fairly remote site, some 8 miles or so outside of Stirling, and requiring a reasonably long hike to actually get to the battlefield. But there's very little here. There's a cairn giving a very brief description of what happened here, which I will tack on to the end of this report. But otherwise, not much apart from it being marked on a Scottish tourist map as anything of any consequence having happened here at all. A British or Hanoverian army, consisting mainly of British regular troops, apparently fought Highlanders here and prevailed, and I shall certainly do a bit of research when I get back home and pick up a book or two. Didn't really know I was going to come here, just chanced upon it being in the area where I was visiting, but yeah, very quiet, very remote, and very unsignposted. But as I say, I hope this gives, at the very least, a flavour of what's here and what you're looking at when you do read and research the Battle of Sherrifmuir. Strangely enough, someone's put several pages of a copy of a very old book detailing some of the action that took place here. It's spoiled by rain now, but they've really, you know, it's been basically a good idea, except for the weather has got to it. But I noticed also at the edge of the battlefield, somebody has the 1745 Association has put a cairn with a fairly small description of the battle, and as I say, it's fairly only being just outside of Stirling, but this is a fairly remote area. It was about a quarter of an hour or more in the car, just coming up this one long lane, and I'm just going to find this cairn now, and here we are. On this moor, on the 13th of November 1715, a Jacobite army composed largely of Highlanders under the command of the Earl of Mar met a Hanoverian army consisting mainly of regular British soldiers under the Duke of Argyll at what has become known as the Battle of Sherrifmuir. The result was indecisive, but Mar's failure to take advantage of Argyll's weakened position in the closing stages of the conflict and subsequent withdrawal from the field contributed to the failure of the rising known as the 15, in favour of the restoration of the exiled King James VIII, the Old Chevalier. And this was erected by the 1745 Association. As I say, it's very hard to get a sense of the battlefield, but it's there under those trees and long grass anyway. Hope this has been of some interest to some of you. Thank you for watching.